If you are tired from the endless busyness of life, if your heart feels heavy and your mind is weighed down by thoughts that never seem to rest, if responsibilities have wrapped around you like chains or sorrow has quietly settled in your soul, then let us, just for a few moments, leave it all behind. Forget the noise, the rush, the unfinished tasks waiting in the corners of your day. Take my hand, and together we will walk into a world of peace. Here, the air is soft and filled with the fragrance of calm. Gentle breezes touch your face like a blessing, and every breath you take feels lighter than the one before. The world around you glows with a light that does not burn but soothes, a light that rests gently upon your heart. In this place there are no deadlines, no worries, no voices demanding more from you. There is only quiet, only beauty, only the gentle rhythm of peace flowing through everything. Come, step into this world where your soul can rest, where your spirit can breathe again, and where every moment whispers softly, you are safe, you are free, you are at peace. Imagine you are walking into a land where everything breathes with your heartbeat and listens to your soul, where nothing resists your desire and every little detail bends itself to the rhythm of your dreams, a place that feels like a storybook drawn by the hand of gentle magic. And as you step forward, you realize that the very ground under your feet responds to your thoughts, softening when you wish to rest, glowing when you desire light, and whispering songs of calm when your heart longs for peace. And the grass is not just grass, but velvet woven with the colors of dawn, sometimes emerald, sometimes golden, sometimes shimmering silver as if moonlight has been woven into threads of life itself. And when you place your bare feet upon it, you feel as though the earth has been waiting for you all along, waiting to cradle you in gentleness. And above you the sky is a canvas that never settles into one color but keeps shifting softly like a painting alive, flowing with shades of lavender, rose, sapphire, and pearl. And sometimes it scatters tiny glowing lights that fall slowly like stars drifting down to greet you. And you smile because you know the stars are here just to make you feel at home. And in this place the air itself feels alive, carrying fragrances that change with your wishes. Sometimes the fresh sweetness of jasmine, sometimes the soft perfume of roses, sometimes the warm scent of rain on dry earth. And as you breathe it in, you feel every corner of your soul becoming lighter, every hidden burden dissolving as if the air itself is drinking away your worries. And in the distance you hear the laughter of a brook, not a sharp sound but a tender, crystalline murmur that seems to invite you closer. So you walk toward it and see water flowing like melted glass, perfectly clear, catching the colors of the sky and turning them into ripples of light. And when you kneel down to touch it, you notice that the water is not cold nor warm, but exactly the temperature your skin desires. And when you lift it to your lips, it changes its flavor to match your longing. Sometimes like the sweetest fruit you ever tasted, sometimes like pure honey, sometimes like the very memory of joy you thought you had forgotten. And the more you drink, the more alive you feel, as if every drop carries not only refreshment for the body, but also a lullaby for the spirit. And beside the stream, flowers bend in arcs of colors unknown to earth, blossoms shaped like stars, like lanterns, like little wings of light. And when the breeze touches them, they begin to hum a music so soft it feels like the echo of your own heartbeat. And you laugh because here, even flowers know how to sing. And as you walk further, you find trees rising higher than mountains, yet not intimidating, but welcoming. Their trunks wide enough to embrace, their leaves glowing, faintly like fireflies. And whenever you wish, their branches lower themselves like kind arms, so you may climb, rest, or simply hold them as you pass by. And sometimes they lean close to whisper secrets of the world into your ears. Secrets not of worry, but of wonder, telling you how the stars dance at night, how the rivers remember every smile, how the winds carry laughter across the valleys. And as you listen, you feel your soul opening like a book being gently read by light itself. And then you notice that creatures move freely around you. Deer with coats shimmering like polished silver. Birds with feathers that glow as if dipped in morning sunlight. Butterflies so luminous that they appear like tiny lanterns floating in the air. And they do not fear you nor run away. Instead, they come close, as if you have always been their friend. And one butterfly settles upon your hand, and when its wings move, you feel a warmth spreading into your palm, like it is sharing with you a little piece of happiness too deep for words. And as you continue forward, the path itself keeps reshaping, sometimes becoming a bridge of crystal over a valley, sometimes a carpet of flowers across a meadow, sometimes a trail of glowing stones across a gentle river. And you realize with delight that the land is alive to your imagination, shifting in harmony with your moods, never resisting, always responding. And soon you arrive at a clearing where the air is still, but not silent. For there is a music too soft to hear with ears alone, a music you feel in your chest, in your breath, in the beating of your heart, and the longer you stay, the more you understand that this music is the language of the place itself, the eternal lullaby that keeps everything in balance. And when you raise your arms, the very sky seems to bend lower, offering its moon to you like a silver coin glowing in velvet. And you know that if you wanted, you could reach up and take it, yet you don't, because its light is already flowing through you, filling you with serenity so deep that even your thoughts stop whispering. And in that stillness you realize what makes this world so magical. It is not only that the place obeys your will, but that it loves to see you happy. It delights in your delight, like a friend who exists only to brighten your soul. And as you wander further, time itself becomes your companion, sometimes stretching into endless golden afternoons where nothing ever fades, sometimes folding into soft nights where the stars linger close like lanterns hung just for you. And you discover that here you never lose anything, never miss anything, because everything you could ever wish for comes to you in its most perfect form the moment your heart calls for it. And if you long for silence, you receive silence. If you long for laughter, you hear laughter. If you long for company, gentle figures appear, formed of light, their faces familiar like old friends, yet soft and timeless like dreams. And they speak to you not with words, but with warmth, making you feel seen, known, and cherished. And when you grow tired, they lead you to beds woven of clouds, soft and glowing, where you rest without ever needing to close your eyes. Because here, even rest is not sleep, but the purest form of peace. And as you lie there, you feel the whole world breathing with you. The rivers, the trees, the sky, the stars, all moving to the rhythm of your calm heart. And in that moment, you know you are not separate from this land. You are its center, its reason, its dreamer. And yet it never feels heavy, never a responsibility. Only joy, only freedom, only belonging. And so you rise again, walking endlessly through valleys of light, mountains that sing with the wind, oceans that sparkle like liquid sapphire, gardens that bloom in colors beyond human memory. And every step feels lighter, every breath sweeter, until you realize you do not even walk anymore. You float gently, carried by the love of the land itself. And everywhere you go, the world whispers to you the same secret. You are home, you are free, and here everything will always be as your heart wishes. Imagine stepping into a land where everything listens to your heart, where no desire is too small and no dream too large. And as you take your very first step, the world itself seems to awaken beneath you, as though it had been waiting patiently through endless ages just for your arrival. And the ground greets you with a softness more delicate than silk, a living carpet of velvet green grass threaded with glimmers of silver and gold, so tender beneath your feet that each step feels like walking upon a cloud. And above, the sky unfolds like a storybook, page painted in colors you never knew existed, shifting gently with your moods sometimes. Glowing rose and lavender, sometimes stretching wide in deep sapphire, and sometimes glittering with cascades of stars that appear even in daylight. And when you look closer, you see that those stars are alive, pulsing softly, drifting downward in slow spirals, as though they long to be close to you. And when one brushes against your hand, it dissolves into warmth that seeps through your skin straight into your heart, filling you with a joy so pure it feels like laughter turned into light. And the air carries fragrances that rise and fall like music. At one breath, the sweetness of jasmine after rain. At the next, the freshness of pine upon a mountain morning. And then the gentle perfume of roses in bloom. And you realize the air is not ordinary at all, but a tender spirit that knows your feelings, shifting its scent to soothe your soul in every passing moment. And nearby, a brook runs clear as glass, its waters dancing with glimmers of rainbow light, and the sound it makes is not noise, but a lullaby that melts tension from your body, each ripple like a harp string being touched by invisible fingers. And when you kneel and drink from it, you taste not just water, but whatever your spirit desires most. Sometimes the cool refreshment of a mountain spring, sometimes the sweetness of honey, sometimes the flavor of memory so cherished you thought you had lost it, and the brook seems to laugh with you, its sparkling surface breaking into 1,000 tiny diamonds whenever your lips touch it. And the flowers that line its banks are not like earthly flowers, but blossoms of shapes and colors beyond imagination, some glowing softly like lanterns, some shimmering like jewels, some bending toward you as though curious about your presence. And when the wind brushes past them, they do not simply rustle, but hum, each blossom giving a different tone, until the meadow sings, as if the entire earth has become a choir made just for you. And as you wander further, you find great trees standing tall, their branches weaving into vast canopies of light and shade. And they too are alive to your feelings, lowering their branches when you approach, offering you leaves that glow with a healing warmth. And if you place your palm against their trunks, you feel their slow, steady heartbeat syncing with your own, telling you wordless stories of ages filled with peace and beauty. And beyond them wander creatures of wonder, deer with coats shining like silver, birds whose wings are painted with dawn, butterflies glowing gold as if each were carrying a spark of the sun, and none of them shy away from you. Instead, they come near as if you are a long-lost friend, and one bird perches upon your shoulder to sing into your ear, its melody flowing straight into your chest until your heart sings along, and one butterfly lands in your palm, its wings warm with light, and when it takes flight again, it leaves behind a trace of golden dust that dissolves into your skin like the memory of a blessing. And as you walk deeper into this dreamland, the very path reshapes beneath you, at times becoming a glowing bridge of crystal that arcs across a valley shimmering with mist, at times a ribbon of blossoms across a meadow, at times stepping stones of light across a still lake that mirrors the sky so perfectly you feel as though you are walking across the heavens themselves. And you marvel at how the land never resists you, but flows with your wishes, delighting in your delight, shifting itself to meet your unspoken hopes. And in the center of a clearing, you come upon stillness, a kind of silence that is not empty, but full of music too delicate for ears, but heard by the heart, a music woven into every breath, every pulse of the earth, every glimmer of light upon the water. And the longer you stand there, the more you realize this music has been inside you all along, the rhythm of your spirit echoing through the land. And when you lift your arms, the very sky bends lower as if to embrace you, the moon hanging close, round and luminous, spilling silver radiance like a veil across your shoulders. And for a moment you wonder if you could reach up and touch it. And you know you could, for here nothing is beyond you, but you do not need to, because its glow is already pouring through your veins, making your whole being shine with quiet serenity. And you realize then that the wonder of this world is not only that it obeys you, but that it loves you. That everything here, from the smallest flower to the vastest sky, rejoices in your joy, weeps when you weep, laughs when you laugh, and belongs to you not as a possession, but as a companion, a mirror a gentle dream made real, and time itself becomes your friend here, stretching and folding as softly as silk, sometimes gifting you endless golden afternoons where the light never fades, sometimes folding into nights so tender the stars draw close like lanterns hung, just for you. And you learn that here you never lose anything, never miss anything. For whatever your heart longs for appears instantly in its most perfect form, whether it be silence or laughter, solitude or companionship. And when you wish for company, figures of light emerge, glowing softly, their faces familiar like friends you have always known, and they speak to you not in words but in warmth, their very presence saying, you are not alone, you are cherished, you are home. And when you tire, they guide you to resting places softer than dreams, beds woven of glowing clouds where you lie cradled by peace itself. And here rest is not sleep, but a gentle immersion in love. And as you close your eyes, the whole land seems to breathe with you, rivers and skies and stars pulsing in rhythm with your chest. And in that oneness, you discover a truth deeper than all truths, that you are not just a visitor to this land, but its very heartbeat, its dreamer, its beloved. And rising again, you wander without end, across valleys of light, over oceans that shimmer like liquid sapphire, into gardens that bloom forever, and every step makes you lighter, every breath sweeter, until even walking is no longer necessary, for the world itself carries you, bearing you forward on waves of love. And everywhere you go, the land whispers to you the same secret over and over, like a lullaby too beautiful ever to fade. You are home, you are free, and here everything will always be exactly as your heart wishes. If you enjoy watching such videos, stay connected with us by subscribing to our channel. If this video touched your heart, share your experience with us in the comments, and don't forget to spread the peace by sharing this video with your friends.